Welcome into topic 2, DQ2. Okay, we're going to read this fully so we don't make any mistakes. It says part 1, using the CPI values from the website below, so we're going to click on this here in a second, to find inflation rates for the indicated time period. We're going to read these steps, then we'll click. Go to the Bureau of Labor Stats page link, so this link here. Check the box to the left of the text that says U.S. City Average All Items, so we want all items, and then retrieve data, and then we're going to record our CPI, so we'll have to go back and forth. But notice once I type my name, I'm going to come up with some years, right? Years are probably going to be different than mine. So that is the first step. Type your name, you'll have your years, and let's do these first 3 steps. So first thing, CPI values. We're going to click on the very first one, which is all items, and we're going to scroll down and say retrieve data. And now I'm going to go back and forth to my Excel to see what year and month I want. Okay, so it says CPI for September 2021. So September 2021, I am looking at my value here. I'll just copy it and see if it lets me copy. 274,310, and I'll go back. So we want 274.310, enter. And we're going to do the same thing, it looks like, for September 2024. It looks like this one is also the same, so we can just copy that in. So September 2024, and we want September 2022. We'll do 2024 first. Okay, in September of 2024, we are looking at 315,301. 315,301. And let's go look at September 2022. September 2022, 296,808. 296.808. Enter. So now we want to calculate the 3-year inflation rate based off of these 2 CPI values in the 1 year. Now they're going to be identical, and it even tells you new divided by original minus 1. So let's go ahead. Equals, we want our new CPI divided by our original CPI minus 1. Enter. And it will already convert it to a decimal, so it looks like that's good. Same thing over here. Equals our new CPI divided by our old CPI minus 1. Enter. Perfect. And these will give us our 1-year inflation rate over here and our 3-year inflation rate over here. And that is it for those 2 parts. Let's move down to part 2. Based on the inflation rates, if you made $18 an hour, so we're going to type it in right here, $18 an hour. We want to use that cell in the future. It says, if you made $18 an hour in September 2021, how much should you make in September 2024 to keep up with inflation? First question, how much money would that be in a week if you worked 40 hours a week? And it gives us, the equation right here, P times 1 plus R. This is all we need. All right, so let's go ahead. And we're going to say this is equal P, which is known as your principal or your starting amount, $18, times 1 plus your rate, which is your 3-year inflation rate. It says right here, R, and we'll put a parenthesis, enter. Awesome. Over here it says projected hourly September 24 based on the 1-year inflation rate. So over here we use the 3-year inflation rate, right, to get 2024. Over here we're going to use this one. And so this is slightly different. We need equals, again, our $18 times 1 plus, still the same. Now we're going to use the 1-year inflation rate, but now we need to loop this 3 times. So it needs to happen 3 times. So to the 3rd power, enter. And lastly, it's saying this is how much you should be making an hour. How much will you make in a 40-hour work week? We're just going to take our cell and multiply it by 40. And we're going to do the same thing over here. And we're going to say this is how much we make an hour. We need to work 40 hours. This is how much we should make in a week. Awesome. So that is it for topic 2, DQ2. Feel free to watch that again. If you have any questions, please let me know. If not, I will see you in topic 3.